Alright, good morning, and it's been in a while since I recorded this project that I created uh, from Jenkins CI/CD. As you know right now, from Python CI pipeline only, I I converted to multi branches. So if you know how to create multi branches, you can go here and then we can choose this one, multi-branch pipeline. But as you know, the big difference on what I uploaded before is this it's a single pipeline, but now I have several branches here. And if you notice, this is how the diagram would look like. So I made it in Photoshop for us to visualize what we created here. So if we have developer push from the GitHub, and then automatically the webhook will trigger, and then multi branches run from different stages. Like as you can see, we have uh, tests here for the Python before it will deploy. So here, uh, it will build an images here and then push it to Docker Hub. And the Docker Hub, since the Jenkins will create everything uh, from the ground, the different namespace, and it will upload on it. Okay, so this is the dev namespace. We have test namespace, prod namespace. Okay, so if you're going to look in the more detail in the script, so this is how the script look like, the YAML. So I have manifest of every stages or namespace for Kubernetes, and then here is our apps, right? So if you can see here, so I have Jenkins server, which is considered here as a controller to manipulate or work every pipeline from building building images and then push it to Docker repository. So this is the Jenkins. So before, our Jenkins was set up only here, right? If you're going back here in our first Python pipeline CI/CD, I'm going to open it. So it's in a groovy style. Okay, and then configure. So we only declare the Jenkins files here inside of the Jenkins administrator. But I know what I mean here, and you know also what I'm trying to say here. So basically, it's getting me back down with my resources here right now because all of my uh, resources consuming by VirtualBox. So I didn't have migrate it to cloud instead for me not to use resources from my laptop. But you know what I mean right now. So going back here, so here's the pipeline. I put here the Jenkins files inside of our working area, or in a workspace of develop program apps applications. So the state very simple. Still, it's still a basic stages that we have here, pipeline. So we're going to check it out and get uh, the repository, and then it will download it to the Jenkins, and Jenkins right now trigger the stage of lean in. It's a kind of uh, environment for the Python for us to activate our testing, and then here it will test here, starting to test here. So after it will test here, uh, he will log in from our Docker repository. Take note, so we created a credential. So the credentials can be, yeah. So this is the first that I created, guys. So the Groovy itself, I think I'd already changed it from the file Jenkins files already. But I know most of you here are already know that. So going back to the credentials, as you can see here, where I did get this credentials of my Docker. So I'll show you where I put it. So I created here in the credential, and then global, and then here are my credentials of my Docker. Okay, and then he will immediately log in on it. So pretty obvious that we log in our user and password here, and then after that he will build and push the Docker images, or the images, to the Docker repository. Okay, and then after that I add here to clean up the local Docker images, because if you notice, if you're testing all over all over again, you know that we left uncluttered or cluttered images there that we don't need to use. So that's why we need to clean it up. So what the stages here, the step here, is to remove unnecessary images that is old, and then it will remain what um, the images that I want to declare. So for example, I keep the images for only five images, okay, and the rest will be deleted, okay, and then afterward it will also clean it up. So same logic also here, that if you wonder if every time you're going to create a pipeline and then pushing every images, um, you will notice that every images compiling there in the repository also, so very messy. So here it will also delete unnecessary images and retain what I want uh, to stay remain the images, like the updated or the latest images. Okay, and afterward, so here's the part of the continuous deployment. So we have the environment here. Environment, as I said, we have three namespace here for us to deploy our apps. So from the deployment uh, of dev, and then the prod, like that, and then the testing. So here uh, will be tested. Okay, so here, if it is test, when branch is main, so it will deploy the testing. Okay, if main, so main. That's why we have what we call a variable here that we put here to deploy what's stated environment or namespace. And then we can also put here the smoke test for us to run. And then for the fraud, so we are for the actual productions, probably we don't need to uh, push every code in the live environment, right? So you need to have decision making here for us if these images or what we are working in the apps would be deployed. So it will deployed here. Okay, so you only have to click here. So we're going to check on that, and then the branches of release, which is the prod. So this is where it will coming. So right now, this is the dev, this is the test, and then we're going to check also the productions instances. So I'll show you how it works. For example, if I'm a developer, wait, I'm going to uh, test something here or modify something here. Okay, and then here in the Git, since this is multi branches, so we go first to the checkout and then the deb. Okay, and then from the deb, we're going to git merge. Wait, we need to go back again to to release. We need to push first, to add first, and I think, let me see, again, git commit. I will going to check first the release. Okay, this is productions. So, like what I've said here, so if you're going to uh, push the code from productions, we have uh, condition here if we're going to push. So going to commit, push to production. Okay, and then going to push origin and then release. So be sure that our ngrok is running, or else we cannot see what's the real time. Oh, okay, so it's 200 right now. If we're going back here from our multi-node, we're going to see something here in release. Okay, so the multi-branch of release is uploading. It's pushing right now. Okay, we have two. Let's see what's going on here, right? So I know it will take a time for this for us to deploy. So I think I'm going to pause this video and we'll return back after the process is going on. All right, okay. So as you can see, we are here in the stage of Docker login, and then after that, we were going to see here how it deploy. So it will give us a condition here if you're going to deploy. So whether yes or no only answer. Okay, so right now we have an error here. Okay, so we're going to push. Okay, so same goes with the procedure on how we're going to work on other environment. So we're going only to check out and then merge what we created from the dev, and then we're going to push on it. But the difference with the productions with dev and test is the prod is we have condition here that for if we're going to deploy on it. So this is very important for us if going to upload release on it on productions. So like I said, we don't need to push buggy applications in the productions if not been tested in the dev or in the test. Okay, so right now, I'm failed here, but as you can see, if this yeah, this stage will be give us the options if we're going to deploy. So since it has a failure, so he already skipped on it, and let me check if there's is there's pod that already created in the prod. So it's running, so probably it didn't push through on that, but that's the only explanations that if that's successful, every test, every step there, it will give us an options to say to deploy it yes. So if this yes, so it will uh, right away deploy. But since I assume that this is already deployed on our production side, so we're going to get the services on this dev on this production. Okay, so we have port uh, 403, and then since I think we don't need this one for all right. So this is the dev. It's already running on the port 30403, and this is I mean, this is the productions. So this is the dev, this is the test, and it's all working well. And perhaps we didn't uh, with the the pipeline didn't work out on the production sides, but that's the difference of when you're pushing the code from the test and the dev is uh, the productions has a conditions or whether you are going uh, to push it to the production. So there's a condition there. So that's the update again with this Jenkins project. I mean, this is the CI/CD multi branches. We tackle the single pipeline and right now multi branches. Uh, I'm gonna continue updating you guys regarding this project because I'm constructing another new pipeline that still focus on multi-branching, and then I'm using Docker from my control from my infrastructures instead of virtual box or virtual machine. Okay, so you need to stay tuned, guys. So I'm gonna continue updating this. So probably this is I already updated this video 28. So when is the last time? Probably 3 weeks ago, like that. So yeah, I'm going to update you guys this project. Okay, so I guess I'll see you in the next video, guys.